Here's how to make a super simple but good sounding saw lead in Serum 2. I've also done a tutorial on how to make a similar bass sound, be sure to check that out as well, but let's get straight into it here. So we have our MIDI and init patch, which is just a saw wave like so. Let's go ahead and transform this into a pretty decent usable lead. First off, I like to turn on mono and legato, and I'll have that always happening, just so we get a little bit of glide like so. On Oscillator B, we're going to have another saw wave, probably like an octave up, and we're going to give this a little bit of unison. I'm going to go with 4 voices, because this is going to be something that's mainly on the sides. Dial in the detune. Then we're going to go over to our effects tab. Now there's 2 things that are really going to make a huge difference here. Some distortion and some reverb. Add in some distortion, which we're going to increase the drive to taste. And we're going to give this sound a lot of reverb. This is going to be like a very big saw EDM lead. And the reverb really sells that. I like Hall. I'm going to get rid of some of the lows on that so it's a bit tighter. We're starting to get in a place that I like. Back on the oscillator tab, I'm going to drag an LFO here so we could add basically a vibrato on our fine tuning. Set that like here, make it very subtle like that. Pretty good. And I'm also going to go back to effects, and underneath our reverb I'm going to add a compressor. This is going to be a multiband compressor, and I'm just going to listen to it while I dial in my settings here. That's already pretty much in a space where I like it. Couple other things you could do to make this a bit different. Throw in some delay. And you could also mess with some filtering. For example, I might use a reverb filter just for some tone. Like that, but mixed in subtly. That's now in a pretty nice spot. It's still very close to your default saw, but it's processed in a very nice way that I think sounds good and is a positive improvement, and this is more usable for good like EDM tracks. If this was useful to you, please do drop a like and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.